Paul Graham from Optimal Body Personal Training. Today I have part 2 of our hormones and weight loss video series. Today I'm going to be specifically going through stress hormones and how those impact your body composition. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through some science, but I'm going to simplify it in a way that hopefully makes things really clear and easy to understand, even if you know nothing about hormones. So the first thing I'm going to show you here is what's called your steroidal hormonal pathway. It looks really complicated. There's a whole bunch of steps in here. This is actually simplified over what it really looks like. I'm going to simplify it a little bit more. So I've cleaned out some of the steps in between here. What I want you to focus on are the orange blocks. These are different hormones. So up here near the top right corner, you can see pregnenolone. So this hormone, I want you to think about it as being kind of the starting point. And I want you to think of this being like sets of train tracks. So from the starting point, you have two different options. This hormone can travel and head down to this set of train tracks down here. And this is a group of hormones all around here that are testosterone, so your more male hormones, estradiol, which is one of your estrogen hormones. So you have your estrogens here, you have more what people refer to as male hormones here, and you have one called DHEA, which kind of helps your body recover from stress. So if you start from here, your body can send some hormones down this way to be converted into these hormones, or the other option from the starting point, they can be sent over this way and eventually reach this one called cortisol. I want you to think of cortisol as being your stress hormone. So if your boss starts yelling at you, if your blood sugar drops quickly, if you're exercising, doesn't matter what type of stress your body is under, if it's under stress, it will release more cortisol. The more stress you're under, the more cortisol it will release. So if you watched our first video in this video series, you remember that as estrogens decrease, it creates issues or challenges around regulating metabolism, largely through problems with regulating metabolism of starches, which are a type of carbohydrate, and regulating blood sugar. So estrogens start to decrease naturally as a woman starts to go through menopause. However, where you start to have problems related to your stress hormone cortisol, if someone is under chronic periods of too much stress, guess what your body does? Well, it needs more cortisol, right? So from the starting point, it will start shipping more trains down this set of train tracks. And so the more it sends down this set of tracks, the less they're left over to go down this set of tracks to estrogen. So if you're chronically under high levels of stress, you can start to have your estrogen levels decrease, as well as you can also have testosterone decreasing a little bit. So if your estrogen levels are decreasing a little bit because of high stress, and this continues to go on for years and years, once you begin hitting menopause and your estrogen starts naturally decreasing, it can start to make that decrease seem a lot more rapid and start to create more issues. So having higher levels of stress can actually make it so that you have even lower levels of estrogen, creating even more problems with body composition. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully from today you understand that as stress levels go up, if they're getting too high, it can start to decrease your estrogen levels a little bit, which compounds with naturally decreasing estrogen levels, which can create problems with regulating metabolism. In the next video, I'm going to cover how stress hormones also link up and cause issue with your thyroid hormones.